As a Cowboys fan, how do you feel about this signing?
Honestly,
Yeah.
it scares me a little.
Mm-hmm. It should.
He's got some Freddy Krueger in him. It's like you can't get rid of him. And you never know. You got to look over your shoulder at Fitz-magic because you never know on any given Sunday.
Yep.
He can just rise up and go complete magic all over you.
Throw 4 bills on you.
Yeah. And you say, how is he doing it? This is his 9th team. 9th team? This is his 17th season. He's going on Breeze Brady.
Yes.
And he's still afloat. And I assume he's going to be the starter for Washington next year. After all the talk about maybe Russell Wilson will wind up there, or I thought maybe Jameis would wind up there. No, it's Ryan Fitzpatrick or Fitz-magic. This man is the most bizarre quarterback I have ever tried to figure out in all my career because his record as a starter is 59, 86, and 1. So he's lost almost 30 more games than he's won.
Right.
Which means, how's he still in the league? Well, he's in the league because when you least expect it, he'll pull off a Magic Man game. And going back 2 seasons ago, he pulled off a game against the Eagles when they seemed to be flying pretty high at Miami. He just torched them.
Yeah.
And it allowed Dallas back in the hunt.
Correct.
Remember that? And then the final game of the year, they're in Foxborough. And Brady drives it down with 2 minutes left and does what he always does. It looked like another fourth quarter game-winning drive. And Fitzmagic went 75 yards in 13 plays to beat Belichick's defense at Foxborough with a last-second 5-yard touchdown pass to Mike Gesicki and knocked New England out of the 2 seed. He's capable. And then remember that the play of the year last year in pro football happened is Week 16 at Las Vegas against the Raiders. Do you remember this play? Could we see this? He heaves it up and got smashed in the process. Look at this. He got face mask. How did he complete this ball?
When they say you throwing it blind?
Yeah, that's blind. You want to talk about a no-look pass? And what's the kid's name? Mac Hollins.
Yeah.
Mac Hollins? How did he even get open? The game's over. All you got to do is play prevent, but they're playing such prevent that he somehow snuck between the corner and the safety.
And then you tackle 15, so now they're field goal range.
Now they just won the game 26-25. I've never seen anything like it before. So again, would you believe that this man's been in this league for 17 years and never played a playoff game? Not a single one. So he's not magic enough to get you to the playoffs. The 2015 Jets, remember, they were 10-6, but they just missed out. I think Buffalo went in place of them. Okay? So do I think Washington's going to make the playoffs next year? I don't. They got hellacious defense. We know that. It got them to the playoffs last year. But can he rise up on any given Sunday and get you to 8-8 with 8 big games? Sure he can.
They got decent weapons. McLaurin, they got Logan Thomas at the tight end position. Skip, they got decent. The thing is with Skip, with him, is the expectations what crushes him. Remember, he parlayed in Buffalo, played really well. They paid him. He crumbles. He goes to the Jets, plays well. They pay him. He crumbles. It's expectations. When you don't expect anything from him, he will light you up. Remember a couple of years ago, Skip, he started the season with back-to-back 400-yard passing game. Went to New Orleans and beat the brakes off New Orleans. You're like, man. And then all of a sudden, he'll crash and burn. But he definitely is going to help. He's definitely helped Washington, Skip. He can play a little bit. But like I said, the expectations, as long as you don't expect him to take you to the playoffs, he'll be fine. But it's just when you start to expect things from him, it's like, man, come on, Fitz. But like you said, he come in off the bench and light you up. He light you up. He's giving y'all in trouble. You know what? Washington gonna get y'all again. They swept y'all twice last year. They gonna get y'all again.
They embarrassed us at home on Thanksgiving.
They
just embarrassed us.
They knocked your quarterback out. They knocked your quarterback out.
They did. They did.
And why all you guys look around to me? I wonder what was happening. I wonder if he's okay.
Yep, that is true. So I thought Taylor Heinicke played really well.
I did.
Against the Tampa defense that got hotter.
He played well. He played better against that defense than any of the other quarterbacks.
No, that's true.
They faced.
I agree. And Kyle Allen has had his moments in this league, but I think they signed Fitz-magic to be their starter.
Right.
Okay? And
because
again,
Kyle Allen had, if I'm not mistaken, Skip, he had the same injury Dak. Remember, he got it like a week later than Dak.
Yeah. So in the end, he does scare me because I still think Dallas is going to win the NFC East because Dak is back in the saddle.
That ain't saying much.
Dak is obviously better than Ryan Fitzpatrick, but on any given Sunday, maybe he's not.
Right.
Is it the Sunday they play at Jerry World or whatever day or night it's going to be?
Mm-hmm.
It might be. So I respect him and I do fear him, but I wouldn't want him to be my quarterback because you're going nowhere, but you're going to have moments.
I want him to be my backup quarterback because the moment that you expect something out of him, as long as you don't expect anything, Skip, he'll be fine. He'll win games. He'll win a game that he has no business winning, and then he'll lose a game that there's no way in hell he should lose it. And that's the frustrating, hint, Skip, 9 teams, 17 years. But guess what? All those teams pay money. He's been collecting checks for 17 years. He's carved out a nice little niche for a guy, Skip, that's really, he's really never been a full-time starter of the lion's share. But for the most part, he's been a backup. Somebody gets hurt, he comes in, plays well, gets a payday, then crumbles. Goes off to somewhere else. Because you look at it, he played well in Houston, played well in Miami for a stretch, Buffalo for a stretch, the Jets for a stretch. If I'm not mistaken, he was in Cincinnati. I think he started in Cincinnati.
He did. Think about it. 9th team? You're 9th team. How do you get to 9 teams as a quarterback?
They'll do a third of the NFL.
How do you do that? It's impossibly great to pull off.
You're going to have to build a bigger house with all those jerseys, Skip, that he got on the wall. They're not Pro Bowl jerseys, just the teams that he's played for.
And yet I have so much respect for him. Miami's going to miss him.
Yeah.
And again, if they are going to go forward Tua, and I don't know what they're doing, but if it's just Tua and Tua alone, whew.
Well, he got one more to catch up McCown because I think McCown has played for 10 teams. So he got one more to catch up with him. So he got to hang around. But, Skip, he's a smart guy. If I'm not mistaken, he scored a perfect score on the Wonder Leg.
He's out of Harvard.
Yeah, he's out of Harvard. So he's a very smart guy. He'll pick up the offense relatively quickly. They were 25th in scoring. Skip, I believe they'll be better. They weren't very good. Haskins weren't very good last year. That's being nice. Alex Smith, Skip, with that injury, I believe they'll be better offensively. If they could give them anything offensively with the way that defense is, okay, they could be a problem.
So my final note on this guy is, I look at that beard. I don't even know how you throw with the beard. Doesn't the beard get in your way? How do you turn into your throws? You got too much hair underneath, right?
Skip, he was at Tampa. Also, Skip, remember he was at Tampa.
He was.
And they were debating like, is it him or Jameis? Because he was lighting people up, and he came out there with Deshaun Jackson's jacket on, had all the gold chains hanging around. So he's a likable guy in the locker room, which goes a long way when you play in that position. So I think Washington would be a better team. And Skip, he got $10 million that can go to $12 million. So they gave him $10 million. So that tells you what they think of him. You ain't just handing out $10 million, Skip.
Dak, you're on.
I don't know, Dak. Cowboy. No. This is all about D-Law. This is Jalen. This is Wolf Hunter. This is all your guys. No, this ain't got nothing to do with Dak.
Surely Dak can outplay Fitz-magic.
Well.
What Chase Young going to be doing? What about Payne? What about Allen? What they going to be doing, Skip? Sweat.
They're going to be stifled because my offensive line will be back.
Okay.
I just like that Skip's a bit worried about Fitz-magic. Just makes him a little concerned.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.